She took her twin kids out for a quiet meal, wanting nothing more than one peaceful evening. And then her ex walked in like a storm, ready to tear open everything she thought she'd buried. His sudden arrival pulled the air out of the room, turning a simple dinner into a moment loaded with tension she wasn't prepared for. The twins froze, sensing something heavy in the way their mother's smile dropped. People nearby noticed the shift too, whispering before she could steady herself. And in that split second, she knew one choice would change everything. But she hadn't made it yet. Before we start, tell us from which city are you watching from? And don't forget to drop your thoughts at the end. Enjoy the story. The night had started with something simple, a promise. She told her twins they could choose any place for dinner, and they picked Oakview Bistro, the kind of restaurant where the lights were low, the portions were small, and the prices made most people straighten their posture before ordering. She walked in, holding a hand of each child, her confidence neat and practiced. Her clothes were sharply tailored, her hair pulled back in a way that spoke of meetings, schedules, and the kind of income that let her walk into places like this without hesitation. Yet beneath that polished exterior was a tension she carried like a second skin, thin, hidden, but always there. People noticed her instantly. Some recognized her face from local charity features, others from school fundraisers. Whispers formed before she even reached her table. A few diners smiled politely. Others offered stiff nods that felt more like quiet evaluations. She'd become used to it, this odd mix of admiration and judgment that followed her everywhere. Money made her visible, but history made her vulnerable. The twins didn't notice any of it. They bounced to the booth as if it were a playground, arguing over who got the window seat. She laughed under her breath and let them settle in, placing their jackets beside her. She ordered sparkling water while trying to shake the feeling of eyes on her. Eyes that always searched for cracks in her perfect appearance. She was adjusting her son's sleeve when a sudden shift in the air made her look up. A few diners stopped eating. A couple glanced between her and the entrance with the kind of expression that warned trouble was about to spill into the room. And then she realized why. Someone she never wanted to see again had just walked in. Before she could gather herself, a soft voice cut through the pressure, tightening around her. A server named Laura, someone she'd only seen in passing on earlier visits, stepped closer with a calm expression that didn't match the tension rising in the room. "I moved you to a quieter section in the back," Laura said gently. "Kids will like the bigger booth. It's on me. People don't need an audience when life gets messy." The words caught her off guard. No judgment, no curiosity. Just simple kindness from someone who had no reason to offer it. The twins looked up, confused but cheerful when Laura winked and slipped 2 extra crayons onto the table. "Artists need their tools," she whispered, giving them a smile that immediately eased their worry. As they followed Laura toward the new booth, the mother felt something inside her soften, something she didn't even know had hardened. Kindness from strangers always hit differently. It reminded her that not everyone was waiting to see her fall apart. Laura didn't linger or pry. She simply made space for her, as if she understood how heavy the moment had been, even without knowing why. And for the first time that night, the mother felt her shoulders settle, just a little. The back booth had a softer glow, and a little more space, which the twins took as an invitation to spread out their crayons and battle over who could draw the best burger ever. Their mother tried to settle them down, but the argument only grew louder until Laura returned with waters and raised an eyebrow. "All right," Laura said, leaning in conspiratorially. "I'm the judge, but fair warning, I'm extremely strict about burger art." The twins gasped dramatically, instantly united against this new challenge. "Strict how?" her daughter demanded. "Oh, very. Laura said. "If the cheese is crooked, I deduct points. If the lettuce looks like seaweed, disqualified. And if there's no pickle, that's a serious offense." The twins burst into laughter, scrambling to redo their entire drawings. Their mother found herself laughing too, the tension easing as she watched Laura pretend to inspect the sketches like an art critic at a fancy gallery. One of the twins threw their hands up. "This is harder than math." "Life is harder than math," Laura replied dryly. "But at least burgers don't give homework." The mother shook her head, amused at how quickly Laura transformed the mood. For the first time that evening, something light flickered between them. A comfortable, almost effortless chemistry built from humor, warmth, and the kind of connection that didn't need explaining. What no one in that restaurant knew, not the watching diners, not the twins giggling over their coloring pages, not even Laura with her kind eyes, was the truth their mother carried in silence. A truth that shaped every careful breath she took. She wasn't just a wealthy woman who looked composed in public. She was the sole owner of Marston Ridge Development, one of the largest property firms in the county. The kind of company people assumed was run by a man in a corner office, not a woman who still packed lunchboxes every morning and tied shoelaces on the way out the door. And more importantly, she was paying off the mistakes of someone else's past. Her ex-husband had left behind debts, legal fees, and a trail of promises he never kept. She had covered it all quietly, never telling her children, never telling the world, and never once asking for sympathy. Every polished outfit, every calm smile, every donation she made to the community was balanced on top of a private battle she fought alone. Tonight, seeing him walk into the same restaurant had shaken her, not because she feared him, but because she feared what he still held over her life. One signature from him on old documents had the potential to unravel years of rebuilding. He didn't know that, and she hoped he never would. As the twins laughed, she pretended to focus on their drawings, but her thoughts drifted to the folder hidden in the side pocket of her bag. A thick envelope, a document she needed him to sign to finally release her from the last piece of their shared past. She hadn't planned to see him tonight. She certainly hadn't planned to ask. And yet, the moment he entered the restaurant, she knew that avoiding him was no longer an option. The days that followed grew into an unexpected rhythm, shaped partly by chance and partly by the quiet bond forming between her and Laura. Their paths kept crossing, at the coffee shop near the twins' school, at the Saturday farmers market, even at the park where the kids practiced riding their bikes. Each meeting added a new piece to a growing connection. One morning, Laura showed the twins how to balance better by pretending the bikes were slow-moving dragons. The kids howled with laughter as they wobbled down the sidewalk, their mother shaking her head but smiling anyway. Another afternoon, the mother helped Laura practice for a hospitality course she was taking at night. They sat at a picnic table with flashcards while the twins played tag, and Laura admitted she wanted a better job, something stable enough to support her younger brother. There were bakery stops with icing-smeared fingers, grocery runs where they debated the best cereal, and small victories, like the twins riding 5 feet without falling, or Laura passing a mock exam with a perfect score. None of it was planned. None of it was forced. It was just a string of ordinary moments that felt strangely extraordinary, weaving them closer in ways none of them had expected. It happened on a Thursday evening, the kind that carried a soft chill and made the streetlights glow warmer than usual. The twins had fallen asleep early after a long day, leaving the house unusually quiet. She stepped outside for fresh air, only to find Laura sitting on the curb in front of her home, hoodie pulled tight, hair a little messy, as if she'd walked there without thinking. "I was nearby," Laura said quickly, almost apologetic. "I didn't want to bother you. I just needed a minute." Something in her voice made the mother sit beside her without a second thought. They didn't talk at first. They just sat there, listening to the distant hum of a passing car, the rustle of leaves, the faint sound of a dog barking somewhere down the block. Eventually, Laura spoke again, quietly, honestly. "You know," she said, looking at the pavement, "most people I've met with your kind of life don't look at someone like me twice. But you do. You always do." The mother's breath caught, subtle but real. "Maybe that's because you see people the way I wish more of the world did." Laura smiled, small and unsure, but sincere. "You make it easy." The moment hung between them, gentle, charged, impossible to ignore. A warmth spread through the mother's chest, the kind that came from feeling understood, not praised, from being seen, not judged. She opened her mouth. She didn't even know what she meant to say, but Laura lightly touched her arm, stopping her. "You don't have to say anything," Laura murmured. "I'm just glad you're here." Their eyes met, and for a long moment, neither of them looked away. It wasn't a confession. It wasn't a declaration. But it was close, so close it trembled at the edge of something new. The peace they'd found, soft, steady, and unexpected, shattered 2 days later at Oakview Bistro, the same place where everything had first shifted. She'd brought the twins in for lunch after soccer practice, and Laura happened to be working the midday shift. The kids ran to greet her, excited, loud, unfiltered in the way only children can be. But someone else noticed too. A familiar voice, sharp. Melissa, a woman from the parent committee at school, known for her perfect outfits, perfect posture, and perfectly sharpened gossip. "Oh," Melissa said loudly, pausing at their table, with a smile that cut instead of warmed. "I didn't realize you were close with the staff here." The mother stiffened. "We're just having lunch, Melissa." "Of course," Melissa replied, eyes flicking between her and Laura. "It's sweet, really. Not everyone remembers where they came from." It was subtle, but every diner in earshot heard the intent. Laura froze, the tray in her hands, trembling, just a little. The twins looked confused, sensing tension, but not understanding it. The mother kept her voice calm. "Melissa, we're fine. You don't need to." But Melissa leaned in, dropping her voice just enough to sound intimate, while still loud enough for others to overhear. "Just be careful. People talk, and blending your life with, well, with someone who serves tables." Laura stepped back as if she'd been struck. Color drained from her face, but she didn't say a word. She simply nodded quickly and retreated toward the kitchen. The mother felt her stomach twist. Anger, embarrassment, a protective instinct so sharp it nearly made her stand up. Instead, Melissa delivered one last, sugary smile. "Some company lifts you up," she said. "Some pulls you down." And with that, she walked away, leaving humiliation swirling in the air, like smoke. She couldn't stand how Laura had walked away, eyes lowered, shoulders tight, pretending the insult hadn't cut straight through her. The twins felt it too. They grew quiet for the rest of lunch, their usual chatter replaced by small, uneasy glances toward the kitchen. That night, after putting them to bed, she sat at her dining table, with her laptop open and a decision forming sharper than fear. Laura had mentioned her dream job once, a front desk position at a boutique hotel nearby. But she'd said it with the certainty of someone who didn't believe she'd ever get it. So the mother drafted an email, a recommendation letter, long, detailed, sincere. She wrote about Laura's patience, her leadership, her calm under pressure. She attached her own credentials, knowing her name carried weight, too much weight, and sent it directly to the hotel's hiring manager. But she didn't tell Laura. She didn't even hint at it. This wasn't about saving her. It wasn't about pity. It was about giving her a chance she deserved, even if she never knew where it came from. When she closed the laptop, her heart was pounding, not from fear of being caught, but from the strange certainty that this choice would change something between them, maybe forever. The fallout came faster than she imagined. 2 days later, Laura showed up at her doorstep, eyes red, jaw tight, holding a folded piece of paper in one shaking hand. The mother opened the door, confused at first, until she saw the hotel's letterhead. "You did this?" Laura asked, voice breaking before the mother could even speak. Her stomach dropped. "Laura, wait. They called me this morning." Laura stepped back, as if distance might steady her. "They said your letter was the reason they fast-tracked my application. They said you personally vouched for me." "I was trying to help," the mother whispered. "Help?" Laura let out a short, strangled laugh. "You don't even see it, do you? They didn't hire me because of me. They hired me because of you. Because you have money. And a name that opens doors I'll never be allowed to touch, without someone like you pulling strings. That's not true." "It is," Laura snapped, voice trembling with hurt she was trying to hide. "Yesterday I was proud of myself. Today, I feel like some charity case you rescued behind my back." The words hit harder than she expected. She reached for her, instinctively, but Laura pulled away. "And Melissa was right," Laura continued, quieter now. "People like you, people with lives like yours. You don't mean to crush others. You just do without noticing." The mother felt something inside her crack wide open. "Laura, I never wanted to hurt you. I thought I was giving you a chance." Laura held up the paper between them, the offer letter shaking. "If you trusted me," she said, voice softening into devastation, "you would have let me earn it myself." Silence fell, thick, heavy, final. Then Laura placed the paper on the porch railing, stepped back, and whispered, "Please, don't follow me." And she walked away, leaving the mother standing in the doorway, heartbroken, staring at the opportunity she never meant to turn into a wound. She held herself together until the twins were asleep. Only then did she finally let the truth crash over her. She locked herself in the laundry room, the one place in the house where the walls felt close enough to hold her, and slid to the floor. The hum of the dryer filled the silence, but it couldn't drown the ache in her chest. She buried her face in her hands. She'd tried to do something good, and somehow ruined the one growing connection that had felt honest in years. A soft knock startled her. It was Mrs. Carter, her next-door neighbor, widowed, gentle, and the kind of woman who always knew when someone needed help without being told. She let herself in, quietly, setting a grocery bag on the counter before finding her in the laundry room doorway. "Honey," Mrs. Carter said softly, "you don't have to explain. I can hear pain from across a lawn." The mother tried to wipe her face, embarrassed. "I messed everything up. I tried to help someone I care about, and all I did was hurt her." Mrs. Carter lowered herself onto the floor beside her with a sigh. "Good intentions don't keep us from stepping on toes, especially when we're used to carrying the world alone. I should have trusted her," she whispered. "I should have believed she could do it without me." "Then believe it now," the older woman said simply. "People who walk away in pain aren't gone forever. They just need room to breathe. And you," she added, touching her arm gently, "need to stop thinking you have to fix everything. You're allowed to care without saving." The mother let out a shaky exhale, leaning her head back against the wall. Mrs. Carter stayed with her, saying nothing more. just offering presence, warmth, and the steady reminder that she wasn't as alone as she felt. For the first time in days, the mother breathed without feeling like her chest was breaking. She didn't plan the moment. It happened because life finally cornered both of them in a place neither could avoid. Outside the community center, where the twins had an after-school art class, Laura had volunteered to help set up the event. The mother hadn't known until she saw her standing by the steps, arms crossed, eyes focused anywhere but on her. She almost walked away, but something inside refused to let the distance grow wider. "Laura," she said quietly. Laura stiffened but didn't turn. "You don't have to do this." "I do," the mother replied. "Not to fix anything, just to be honest." Laura swallowed, her jaw tightening. "Then say it." The mother stepped closer, stopping a few feet away, close enough to speak, far enough to respect the space. "I hurt you. I see that now. I didn't trust you to stand on your own. I thought I was making things easier, but I was only trying to ease my own guilt, not your path." Laura finally faced her, eyes tired. "You made me feel small. I haven't felt that way in a long time." "I know," the mother whispered. "And that's the part that breaks me. I never wanted to be another person who took something from you." Silence stretched, heavy but not hopeless. Laura's voice softened. "I wasn't angry because you helped. I was angry because you hid it. You didn't give me a chance to choose. You decided for me." "I'm sorry," the mother said, sincere and steady. Not the kind of sorry that tries to erase things. The kind that sits with the hurt and doesn't run from it. Laura exhaled shakily, tension easing just a fraction. "I don't know where this leaves us." "It doesn't have to leave us anywhere today," the mother replied. "Just don't shut the door all the way." For the first time since the fight, Laura looked directly into her eyes, raw, unsure, but no longer closed. "I won't," she said quietly. And that small opening was enough to breathe again. Rebuilding didn't come in a rush. It came in small, almost invisible steps, moments that looked ordinary from the outside, but carried the weight of two people trying again, carefully, gently. The first step happened at the grocery store. They crossed paths near the cereal aisle. Instead of avoiding her, Laura offered a quiet nod. Not a smile, not forgiveness, but acknowledgement, a beginning. A few days later, the twins tugged the mother toward the community center, shouting that Laura had shown them how to make paper lanterns. When the mother arrived, Laura greeted her with a steady look. No tension, no coldness, just a simple, "They did great today." It was the softest peace offering she could have given. The mother changed too. She stopped stepping in where she didn't belong. She let people handle their own battles. She let silence exist without trying to fill it with solutions. When one of the twins struggled with a school project, she guided but didn't take over. When Mrs. Carter offered help, she accepted instead of insisting she was fine. And she apologized again, this time with actions rather than words. She bought nothing, offered nothing, did nothing in secret. Every choice she made was transparent, simple, and honest. Laura noticed. One afternoon after art class, Laura walked with her to the parking lot. "I can tell you're trying," she said, not looking directly at her. "Not for me, but for yourself." The mother nodded. "I needed to learn. I needed to get out of my own way." Laura's lips curved, just slightly. "You're doing better." Trust didn't return all at once. It was rebuilt through shared moments, packing art supplies together, cheering for the twins at soccer practice, exchanging small jokes again. The warmth came back slowly, like morning light creeping across a room. And though neither dared name it yet, something real, maybe stronger than before, was settling quietly between them again. Spring arrived with softer mornings and clearer skies. And with it came a change neither of them had expected, but both had quietly hoped for. Laura had accepted the hotel job, on her own terms this time. After reapplying without a single recommendation attached, she'd earned the position outright. When she told the mother, she did it with a proud smile that held no bitterness, only relief. The mother felt something lift inside her, something she hadn't realized she'd been carrying. The fear that she'd broken something beyond repair. But now, watching Laura talk excitedly about her new schedule, that fear finally loosened and disappeared. The twins adored her more than ever. On the day Laura started her new job, they insisted on bringing her a small good luck basket, filled mostly with their drawings and a few unevenly wrapped mints. Laura laughed, hugged them tight, and kissed the top of each head. Later that evening, after dinner on the porch, Laura walked up the driveway, still in her new work blazer, still glowing with accomplishment. The mother stepped outside, wiping her hands on a dish towel. "You look happy," she said softly. "I am," Laura replied. "And I wanted you to know, I didn't do this to prove anything to you. I did it to prove something to myself." "I'm proud of you," the mother said. "Not because of the job, because of who you are." Laura stepped closer. "And I'm proud of you too. You learned to let people stand on their own. You learned to stand on your own." They stood there, close enough to feel each other's breath, the evening warm around them. No rush, no fear, just a shared certainty. When Laura reached for her hand, it felt natural, earned, steady, and warm. And when the mother leaned in, resting her forehead gently against Laura's, it felt like the ending they both needed, and the beginning they finally deserved. Thank you for listening to this story. If it moved you or made you think, share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to Echoes of Hope for more heartfelt narratives. Your support keeps these stories alive. Until next time, take care and stay kind.